Konnichiwa. Sihayo. How we doing? I'm here in Japan now. I thought I'd make a quick video because I'm just going to be applying for jobs later on, but I just thought I need to create something and just show everyone I'm okay, you know, after that recent video with the ear. Anyway, so I'm near Katsushika City, which is about 30 minutes out of Tokyo Centre. It's just like the suburbs of Tokyo, basically. And I'm staying in like old couple's garage at the minute. I'll just show you where I'm kipping. That's the bed. And then it's been doing work and stuff here, and I put my feet down like a hole. It's like a seat. It's just like the frame of a chair. Yeah. So I move upstairs tomorrow. Promotion. Look, cars here, garage. Yeah, so I've got a fridge, a microwave. I'll show you this bath as well. I'm going to take my shoes off here, slippers. So you turn it on here. That turns this on. And you just press a button on here and it runs your bath for you. 40 degrees. It's like a hot tub. So there you go. So yeah, I'm pretty happy at the minute. The whole thing with my ear, it's not 100%. Put my slippers back on. It's not 100%, but I am getting better. Just shut this. I'll shut this and we'll go outside. Yeah. Hold on. Whatever, that'll do. Let's get my shoes on. Found a spoon that I use as a shoe one. What a spoon. There we go. Get these bustards on. There we are. That's it. Okay. Yep. Right. So I'm going to switch this to first person 1 sec. Do not operate while shooting. Follow, there we are. Okay. Yeah, so you can probably tell it's much more peaceful than Bali. I think it's about 2 PM now. And I've been in Tokyo, I think, for about just over a week. I mean, the plan was to just show up and then look for work. But it's a bit different to Thailand in that in Thailand you just work when you're on your tourist visa, and the school guide you through the process of getting the work visa while you're working, you know, hush hush under the table. It's all allowed, whereas in Japan everything's by the book, which has its own advantages and disadvantages. But I suppose the downside is I just kind of showed up, just rocked up, not even just get straight into a job, but it could take 2 to 3 months. So I ended up looking for some work online yesterday, but it was a bit of a ball ache. You had to do like a video interview and then upload a video and all this, and then when it came to uploading a video right at the end, it wouldn't accept the format. It wanted me to download a load of these extra apps which I just didn't trust or want on my computer, so I just sacked it off. But how I found the job in Thailand was on Facebook, on Teachers in Thailand or something. and I can just do the same in Japan. Just on Teachers in Japan on Facebook, and apparently Craigslist is supposed to be alright for it as well. Look at this. Reminds me of Shenmue, the game. Like fag shop. You just buy packets of fags next to it, like you could in the 90s in the UK. If you've ever played that game, Shenmue, it's classic. Do 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 do. Just always have Shenmue soundtrack playing in my head as I walk around. And I think, where do I go here? Where did I go yesterday? I think it's down here. We'll just walk across a bridge and take it from there. I have no plans. So, so yeah, my health's getting better with the ear. I've had some wobbles, you know. I wasn't looking forward to the flight. The flight itself was okay. It's just like waiting in queues and things, and when things are very loud, it can be hard work. Like I just went to a restaurant just today. I thought everything was fine, but as soon as I walked in, because it was loud, it's very difficult. You know, it's like I've got a megaphone in that ear, which is retraining or recorrecting itself. So, you know, it's like talking now. It's like my own voice is on megaphone in my right ear. But I've got less vertigo. I don't have any nausea really. I get vertigo if I tilt my head back or exercise. But I went for a run yesterday and I was all right. You know, I wasn't too bad. I've always got the tinnitus, and sometimes this megaphone thing kicks in, but nowhere near as bad as before. At least I can function, you know, and do these videos now and things. I'm not as pissed off as I were on that beach in Bali. I was a bit worried when I first got here because everything was so expensive. Accommodation, food's not too bad. It's about the same if you go to a Western restaurant in Bali. Like I went for a proper good, like pizza with like this egg you pop on top of it, pancetta and garlic, and just, you know, really good. Really good. You got free coffee, free orange juice, free tea. Just help yourself. Works out less than a tenner. And then corner shops are so good. I end up getting like rice and eggs and like chicken breast for tea, just to keep on track. Now that I can exercise better, as my goals are getting into good shape, which I've lost a few pounds. That was easy in Bali. Because the traditional Bali food is just a bland meat, rice, and then you get either satay sauce or like a garlic and chili paste to dip it in. So it, you know, it was like healthy food for, especially for going to the gym. They only give you like a bit of meat, and it was just no taste. So, but now food's proper good. So I had a week where I was just eating a lot of different foods here, and now I'm back on track. Back on track. I don't have any gym equipment or anything. So what I ended up doing today for shoulders was just lat raising a tabletop, shoulder pressing myself. You know, like doing a downward dog style pose, but then just doing like a vertical push up, not an handstand push up, because I get dizzy doing those without these problems with vertigo and such. But yeah, I think I'm getting back on track with everything, and in turn that's making it easier to get on with whatever I've got to do. It's like I don't really want to go into my last emergency funds with a crypto, and that's why I'm keen on finding work and looking for a job. I mean, the jobs I've found would be ideal. It's like almost like an after-school club for kids, where it's English immersion. So you're just playing with the kids and you talk English. Obviously there's a bit of work involved, but not like tests and lesson plans, or maybe lesson plans to an extent, but it just looks perfect. You know, I think I'd be happy to do something like that. So there's a few rivers you got to cross before you get into Tokyo. How you doing? Somebody my saying? We're not far off. Yeah. I ended up walking this way to a gym yesterday, but it was closed. It's like the hardest place to get access to a gym here. So that's why I'm just gonna train like Rocky and Rocky 4, just lift up logs and shit. But yeah. It's all very organised. Even though there's nothing coming and you're just crossing England, no one does, so I stand here. Being one with the crowd. Oh, it's on green. So, trying to think what else there is to update you with. Doing all right at the minute, you know. I miss my friends. I feel like, obviously being here, I can't just contact people a lot of the time, so I'm 9 hours in front. So that's a bit of a shitter, but I know that I've got good friends who I can always have a good friendship with. But I mean, aside from that, I do sometimes think maybe was it a bad idea because I had such comfort with how I was living in England before. I'll show you this little river. I saw someone jet skiing on this, I think it was this river. So yeah, pretty chilled out for a Thursday afternoon. Like, we're on suburbs here, Tokyo as well. Imagine being on suburbs of Manchester or Birmingham or London. There's shit everywhere, crime, just nothing like that here. That's really sunny now. So I think we'll just walk across this bridge I ran across yesterday. Or should we just walk down there? Oh, this looks alright. Let's walk down this wide path. Just a big random field. Tokyo's down that way where all busy traffic's coming from. Another river, I think that's River Naka. Let's walk down here. So it's quiet. Just walk down this. Walk down there actually, where there's more grass and rivers and stuff. So what else is there to talk about? What's going on these days? There's something, I haven't looked into it, about this 3i Atlas thing, like a comet, mysterious comet coming to Earth. I think it's just a distraction. I haven't even bothered looking into it. Because what's the real tangible thing that's happening now? Digital ID. And if you don't fight this, like what's it gonna be like if you accept it? It might seem like it's gonna be hard to say no and like, oh shit, you know, I can't get a pint at the pub or I can't do these things, but if you don't resist it, then it's gonna happen anyway. You know, down the road, this has been on the agenda for a long time. Like, I've known about this since I was about 18. You know, and now it's just being put into action. So we've got to see some positives about this. I think COVID's woke a lot of people up, and a lot of people are resisting this straight away because with COVID people thought there was an immediate danger to their lives with this virus, all this bullshit. Just swap hands. But with this, it's like they're saying, right, we want to give you digital ID to protect you from illegal immigrants. What? How does that work? I've got a digital ID on my phone. There's a fellow with a machete there about to chop my head off. I don't think it's going to help. They're already here. and if you are an illegal immigrant, you get more privileges than if you had a digital ID anyway. It's like I'm seriously considering coming home in a rubber dinghy. You know, I'll get a hotel, new phone, gym pass. If I go to airports are shit. I don't know. How does a digital ID on your phone save you from mass migration? Please let me know in the comments. Guess I don't fucking know. I've got equations flying around my head now. Can't figure it out. And I think in the UK there were 25,000 arrests last year because of comments online. That's like double second place, which were Belarus, with about 12,000. I think Russia had about 500 arrests, and we go on about Russia not being a free place. China was about the same, between 500 and 1,000. UK 25,000. Fuck me. Yeah. So, and the problem is, freedom of speech is so important. Why do they not want you to speak freely? Like what's being cracked down on? What people aren't allowed to say anything bad about Israel. So why do they not want anyone to say anything bad about Israel? Israel. Well, you've got IDF soldiers posting on Twitter, just throwing grenades into school playgrounds. Way, they're showing it themselves. I think they've broke at least, I don't know, they've just recently broke a peace treaty. They've sent some bombs into Gaza. A few days later, Gaza's just been completely flattened. Now, it doesn't affect me here, but the fact that there's that genocide going on and people who think they have a clue are being diverted by, like Tommy and that big 3 million people rally in England. I'm very happy that people are being patriotic, but it's all by design again. It's like they've reached maybe a point where they've got enough migrants in to create the divide and rule, or they're getting desperate, which is good news. It's like they're rushing everything. It's like everything's being rushed now. Here we are. It's Tokyo Tower. It's got really hot now. When the sun comes out, it gets really hot. What's down here? There's some flowers there. You want to have a look at some flowers. Yeah, a bit different to Manchester or London or something. This is Tokyo, main city. Oof. Can't take this off, I've got my mic connected to it. So I think that's the main thing what's going on. Just don't allow people to choose how you think. Look at the real evidence. Like this, Israel are just playing the victims in the media. Palestine, they don't have a tank. Half of the population's kids, at least 600,000 of which have gone missing or been blown to bits. And they just have rocks. So what threat are they to Israel getting funded billions of dollars from America? Just think. Look at the real footage. The October 7th footage was bullshit. It was all AI. The wheels aren't moving. on the motorbikes, people's faces are like morphing like T1000s in background. So it's getting harder to differentiate the truth with the AI now as well. You end up thinking, what's real anymore? This looks real. What flowers these are? Nice garden. So, you know, I only get, I'm lucky if I get 100 views on one of my videos and a couple of likes, but I just feel like I like to do them anyway. Like, I've done this video because it's always good to create something. I used to play my guitar at home. That was like creating something, and sometimes we're getting into drawing and things. I think it's good to create stuff, even if it's just like building some cabinets from IKEA or anything. It's good to create something, you manifest something and then create it. So, what else? Japan's a funny place with Google reviews. Even this park will have something like 3 out of 5. They'll say, you know, it's alright, but there weren't enough park maps. Oh, I saw a dog the other day on the park, 2 out of 5. I saw a review for a convenience store, and it says on it, lots of foreigners here. Which I think's great, you know. But can you imagine in the UK, you put for your local Spar shop, lots of blacks here, and police would be knocking like in 5 seconds. They don't show up for a burglary for about 3 years, but you put lots of blacks in your local Spar shop, Google comment, police will be straight round. So yeah, I think they're very critical. It's like you go to somewhere in England for some food and it's shit, but it's like 4.6 out of 5, and you're thinking, how's this? Got such good reviews. Shit. Okay, they don't do that in Japan. So a bit of litter on this park with like a 100 hectare square radius, 1 out of 5, dog shit. So if you go somewhere with good reviews here, it's fucking unbelievable. Like that best Italian I've ever been to, it's just one Japanese fella on his own, where I went today. So I've had a few days out of the city and I've just been looking for work. Where I'm currently staying, got like a wasp flying around camera. That's all I've been up to really. Getting back on the mend, back doing some exercise. Just make sure I look for, just apply for a couple of jobs every day, and the jobs that are available to foreigners look pretty, appealing. Like, I'll enjoy them. It's like after school with kids, just playing cards, playing games, and speaking English. But it might take a while before I can get a job due to the visa process, and the pay's not very good. It's like full time. I say you're doing about 9 hours a day, 2 hours overtime. You end up almost doing 50 hours a week. Then there's transport, and you end up with about 250 quid a week. So it's same as Thailand really, but Thailand was cheaper. So you can, you get an idea as to why Japan has that really work-based culture, where people feel like they can't leave their jobs. It's funny, I've read some things where someone put the resignation in to leave the job and the boss ignored it, and then they stayed at work. Silly cunt. Yeah, anyway, back to the free speech thing. It's very important that you can say everything, that nothing's restricted, because the words, You say, I don't want to be offended, but I have a right to offend you. And, you know, if you get offended by that, you can just turn it off or just, you know, not listen to me. Just don't read things which piss you off. If you don't have free speech, then you don't know who is malicious or malevolent and who's good. Some people will have good intentions but do bad things. You know, say if you had a friend called Barry, and Barry was a paedophile, and you're at the pub one day, and then Barry says, hey mate, you know, I want to shag little bambinos. You can say to Barry, Barry, you're my mate, but that's fucked up. We need to get you some help. And then, you know, say, Barry, you know, maybe you've got some bad childhood traumas. Let's talk about it. Like, why the fuck do you want to do that, Barry? Well, you maybe, you know, approach it a bit better than that. But you'd never find out, and then Barry would take action, and then that'd be a lot worse. And that's like, you know, an extreme example. You know, if you feel a certain way, you've got to be able to express it. Hey, this is good. I was looking for a chin-up bar the other day. Ah, very good. Right, fuck the whole pitch as well. Oh, what a guy. What a happy man. Made my day. So what are we on? 27 minutes. I was just going to make a quick one. Just make a quickie, just keep you up to date with how I am. I'm all good. Don't know where we go from here. We're halfway through Agenda 2030. It's 2025. I still think everything's on the verge of collapse. All the money, and I keep saying that and I just sound mental, but when it actually happens, you know, it's like, oh, Jim said that, whereas now it's just like, oh, he's a nutter. But yeah, just every chart you'd look at regarding value of dollar in relation to gold, silver, physical assets, land, it's just the money doesn't have value anymore. That's face tracker's going a bit weird. There we are. I just leave it to it. Sometimes it looks on my little screen that my face is off the camera, but it's always on it when I reflect or review the video after I've made it. It's like I've just got a big tower behind me there. Electric. Ah, beautiful day. Where's that old fella who was swinging on scaffolding? Oh, he's gone. I hope I'm like him when I'm older. Just swinging around on scaffolding. It's not of a woman or anything anyway. It's quite difficult to make friends because, or, you know, get a girlfriend and things, because everything's on the phone now. It's a helicopter. Don't know if you can see it. Everything's on your phone now and no one knows how to talk to each other. I'll be on the train and I won't be on my phone because I have no reason to be, and I'll just be sat there and I'll, you know, stand out because I'm not on my phone. I know it's Japanese culture anyway for everyone to be quite reserved. It's the same everywhere. It's worse in Thailand. Thailand were horrible. There's not too much 5G here as well, to be honest. They're like just these smaller, less intimidating looking towers, which are like 2G plus, which you'd be surprised at in Japan, but I don't know, maybe they're aware of it being a health problem. But anyway, the problem with the phones and dating on phones is women are getting the recognition that they need which is attention and likes, you know, through the phone, whereas a man's not getting what he needs, which is his ball sack emptying and a good shag, through Tinder. So, you know, I know women need other things like protection, and I think I'm quite old-fashioned in that way. I think it should just be like the man chooses the direction, and I think the woman likes this. Deep down, there's just been old propaganda and brainwashing for women to think that they boss women and shit. Should be the man just provides for the family. Listen, I'll, you know, sort everything out. I'll set us on a direction. We'll do this. This is how we're going to do it. But then, you know, she contributes. But then the man puts it into action, and the woman would be happy with that if you're on a good path. Sometimes they'd fight it, and then they realise, oh, fucking hell, yeah, I see what you're doing, you know, thank you, and end up very grateful. Well, that's my own experience, where I've had girlfriends who've been hesitant to do what I'm suggesting, but when they do, they're happy. I suppose it takes a step out of their comfort zone, but if they do, I appreciate it, and then they appreciate the effort that you've made into doing something good for the both of you. So anyway, the woman's role would be to look after the house, clean, cook, look after the kids, be a mum, be a woman. That's just the natural way for it to be. But that's all been changed now. So I think that makes it harder. It's like women say like they're looking for like a proper man and things, but then they're just looking on their phone. So, you know, someone will washboard abs, but then he might just be a narcissistic dickhead. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that, on dating and things. I think we've got our own natural roles, and they've been diverted or manipulated. You know, the original reason that women were encouraged to go to work was due to a propagandist called Edward Bernays, who was employed by the US government to empower women, to create propaganda to say positive affirmations on empowering women, which is why that poster came out of a woman with like a bandana on, doing like a bicep pose. Women are just as strong as men. And the only reason for that was so they could tax both men and women rather than just the man. Get double that tax, double your money, double for the government, you know. And it worked. Because people follow it like sheep, fucking sheep. Don't think for themselves. I'm not saying I do. I've got programs and things, but I'm definitely working on deprogramming myself, and in turn, I feel a lot better for it. It's empowering, like truly empowering, to have your own mind and think, well, why is that there? Why is this how it is? And you have more control over your own world, your own reality. It's like we're all one and part of the same reality anyway, and I just want what's best for everyone. I know that if everyone else was happy, I'd be happy too. It makes you beg the question, why would the government want otherwise? And it's because they've become so detached from love and the fact that we're all one, that they have to harvest fear, which is also a powerful energy source. So it's almost like loosh farms, or the movie The Matrix, where those people are in pods being used as batteries. It's a spiritual battle, and the rulers feed off people living in fear. But don't live in fear, because you're much more powerful living in love. Being true to yourself and just living the best life that you can. So there you go. I think I'll leave it there. That'll do. Don't have anything else to say. If you have anything to say, please let me know in the comments, or don't. Don't forget, Like and subscribe. Or don't like and subscribe. Do whatever you want. I'll still make these videos anyway. Doesn't matter, I'm not going to charge anyone for them. So yeah, anyway, take care. Nice to talk to you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.